this day it's going to be something different. This is another video I'm putting up. I'm going to put up a couple of videos up at once here. What it is it's about these two. There's going to be a lot of a lot of choice between what console to buy this Christmas. Personally, I have both of them, so I can give my opinion. Where people don't have both of them, so they can't really give their opinion. Now, for design wise, for starters, this looks like an old PVR. Personally, just redesigned. That's it. A couple of vents put in, component parts, and that's it. Now, PS4 on the other hand is like a work of art. It is actually like 20 to 30% smaller than the PS3, but it's meant to be like so many times more powerful than the PS3, which the PS3 I have over here, right? So if you consider that, right, but if you consider the original PlayStation 3 where it was first designed and consider how small this is, right, is a big difference, right? So that's one thing we'll have to consider, right? Now, the operating system that Xbox uses is quite fast, like it's quite smooth. Wrong controller. It's quite smooth and it's quite responsive. Look, a lot more responsive from the PlayStation. I'm sure everyone knows that anyway. Like, look how responsive that is. You know what I mean? Like, you click on that, instant, right? Now, if we go to just give us 2 seconds here, people. Right now, we go to the PS4. Now, yep, there we go on the FIFA. Right now, go to friends. It's actually being really responsive today for a change. But look, players met. See how long that took? Where like this, it's actually coming up quite fast. But if you go into like you go into chat, right, and then go to invite someone, like it's actually coming up really fast today, right? Which is shockingly enough, like. But it's not usually that fast. It's usually like a delay. So maybe they're improving the system, but that's one thing I like compared to the Xbox, compared to the PS4. PS4 is a fantastic system, but the Xbox system software that they run the operating system under works better. That's the only thing, right? Now, compared to games, we go over here. We have not many exclusive games. We have Metal Gear exclusive, Killzone's an exclusive, Knack's an exclusive. I think no, that's not an exclusive, that's on Xbox as well. Which most of them is pretty much, you don't really get exclusive games today, you know, because if you get exclusive games today, then pretty much that's what happens to consoles. That's why they go bust. Look at the Dreamcast, right? So what I'm trying to say is, well, it doesn't really come to games because the consoles are going to run at the same anyway. Like now, if we go to specs, where this the Xbox is running, both of them are running at 8 gig RAM, right? But the Xbox went for cheaper RAM, where this went for dearer RAM. But they went for dearer GPU, which improves their RAM again, so it really balances itself out. So really there's not much difference, but the gigahertz processor in this is faster than the gigahertz processor in this, so that's going to speed up your processing power on the PS4, which it makes it a more better console than this. So, and the fact that Xbox is trying to get the monopoly of the entertainment world, where they want you to be able to just use this, that's it. They just want you to be able to use this so you can use it, watch your films, do your gaming, watch your TV, get all your subscriptions. They want you to pretty much use this, which if this isn't successful, there's not going to be another console apparently for another 25 years. Don't know if that's going to happen or not, but the way PlayStation is blowing them away, it might happen. And personally, I'm very happy with my Xbox, and I think it was a very well deserved £400. Wherever you are in the world, it might be different currency, but personally, I think it's a better it's a well-deserved price for the console. Well, when it came out, it was very dear. PS4, I thought that was very good. I bought it for 500 and I got it 2 games with it, so I was very happy with that. I thought the console's amazing, works well. The way it's designed, the way physically it is designed is amazing. I think it's class. I think the design is like a work of art. The person who designed it deserves a medal. The person who designed this pretty much looked at a VVR and just said, we'll put computer components into it and think to ourselves, that's it. We'll just do that. Put a wee fancy thing here, put a fan in the back, put a wee CD drive here, put our logo there, and that's it. You know what I mean? Turn that back on. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is it's not really well designed, but it's a good console at the same time. So that's one thing. Now, graphics are pretty much the same. Graphics on most consoles are the same anyway. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of hard not to notice that graphics. I love that wee noise. Graphics on both consoles, there's not much different. There's very, very, very little difference. Like, because when you think about it, like, both of them are running at 60 frames per second, right? Full 1080p, you can do 4K on this. But apparently I was talking to someone and they said that your eyes can't actually recognize 4K. But this is 4K ready. So you can plug a 4K monitor in this and it'll do. Now, my gaming monitor, which it runs at 1080p and 120 megahertz, which is near 3 times the amount of TV. So that improves the graphics even more on both consoles. So if you get a gaming monitor, it's going to improve your graphics on both consoles. It wouldn't matter if this is less than that. If you plug it into this, it's going to improve it even more. You know what I mean? So that would make sense as well. Now, on the other hand, controllers. Now, personally, this controller is a lot more designed than the last 2 controllers. The first Xbox controller was a disgrace. Second one was okay. This one is very well designed. There's motors in here that is actually working with your feedback. So see, when you drive a car, you actually feel the feedback of I don't know if anyone on my channel that drives a car would actually feel the feedback, feel the bite. You know what I mean? When you brake, right? Now, on the other hand, it's got a 3.6 GHz processor in it to run a controller. Yes, just a controller, which is quite ridiculous. So, yes, the touchpad on it, very good. Speaker, and very creative. The buttons and all are amazing. The analogs on this feel pretty much smooth enough, but I don't use analog, I use D-pad. But on Xbox I prefer to use the analogs because I feel they're more smoother than this. They feel stiff. They don't, right? The back buttons, they feel like it's one. Apparently that whole thing, that back button part, that's like one section of the controller, which makes it more fluent and more better apparently, right? Where they actually get plugged in, which apparently people are actually having problems with them. And if you look close enough, I actually need new analogs, but I don't even use the analogs, so that doesn't make sense, right? The analogs for my Xbox are pretty much dead on. They're hard rubber compared to these. They're soft. That's hard, so that's pretty much plastic. There's no rubber on it, you know what I mean? So it means you won't need them, you know what I mean? So overall, I think I would have to go for PlayStation. It just feels better in my hand. Touchpad is amazing. The share button's amazing. Just everything about it, well better, right? Xbox, very well more improved, but they still have a lot to do when it comes to controller and personal feeling when you're using a controller, really. That's my opinion. Now, overall performance in consoles, I would have to go for PlayStation because it's just a better console. If it runs smoothly and they fix the glitches in the system, it's blowing them away anyway, but I still think it's a better console. Xbox is still a very good console with some of the games that you can't get on the PlayStation 4. That's the only reason I bought it, because I'm just a gamer. I love gaming, right? Now, when it comes to the consoles yourself, it's more of a personal thing. It's like asking someone, what smartphone do you want to buy? it's more of a personal thing because I prefer the iPhone because I have an iMac and I have an iPad in there. See it? You know what I mean? So it's really a personal thing. What one you want, what one your mates play. But really, I would consider you and advise you to buy the PS4 more than the Xbox because it's just a better console. It's more powerful, and the things they're going to do with the PlayStation in the future is going to be 100 times better than what Xbox is going to do. The VR is going to be a big thing. There's a lot of other devices they're going to bring out for the PS4 where Xbox isn't, so I would consider you to get PlayStation. That's my opinion. It's not a fact, but it is a fact that PlayStation 4 is more powerful than the Xbox 360, and I'll put all the descriptions down below and state to you that the components that is put in each system, the frames per second and all that it runs at, the software they use, just everything. I'll put it down below, and you can comment down below, tell me what you think, like the video if you like, share it also. But my opinion, I would rather the PlayStation more than the Xbox. But I only bought Xbox because I can't get Forza on the PlayStation because I'm waiting on Gran Turismo 7 to come out on the PlayStation, which I love Gran Turismo games. So really, I would rate the PlayStation better, and also tell me what you all think. If you are Xbox fans, if you're PlayStation fans, you know, I'm a bit of both, like, because I like consoles in general. As you can see, look at all my games. You know what I mean? So tell me what you think, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever you want to do. Thank you.